Simply spectacular. It's the 7th time goals in the quarter-final win over Bologna. Faces the injured Unai Emery. Stefan Ortega continues as the cup keeper in preference to Matt Sells. And up front, Igor Jesus has scored 7 Europa League goals. East meets West in this Midlands derby for a place in the UEFA Europa League final. It's advantage Nottingham Forest in front of the Holt end. McGinn will whip it into the penalty area, and Esri Konsa was almost on the end of it. He scored in both legs of the quarter-final, and it'll be interesting to see from the replay how close he was to getting a touch on this.
What a ball from John McGinn.
Mari Hutchinson putting pressure on Luca Digne.
Yeah, playing in that Morgan Gibbs-White position, in off the left-hand side, not staying out wide, looking to narrow off, coming to the middle of the pitch and allow Nico Williams that space to run down the left-hand channel.
To James McAtee, and here comes Mari Hutchinson, and now Villa are scrambling back a bit as Hutchinson tees it up. And for a moment there, it looked as if it might just sneak inside that far post.
Well, it's a big night for James McAtee.
Well, the only other set play Villa have had in the early stages of the match was the free kick from McGinn, and the tip over the bar from Ortega there. 2 set plays from Villa, 2 decent ones as well. Pau Torres up well here. A little bit of pressure here. Harassing Forest, not giving them a moment's peace. Nice ball from Rodgers into Buendia, who looks to tee it up. And brilliantly done. It could open up a little bit here. Challenge on Rodgers was a pretty hefty one. There's going to be a card there. And the Swedish referee not messing about. He's left McGinn on the ground, and Watkins tees it up, and Rodgers sends it back, and Buendia goes down, and Villa will have a free kick for the challenge by Buendia. Takes it, and the wall does its job. Aston Villa have a corner. Villa working really hard to win the ball back, and Rodgers feeds it into Youri Tielemans. Optimistic from there, but it was a pretty good effort.
Yeah, probably just a bit guilty of pulling the trigger a fraction too soon, Youri Tielemans. You're right about Aston Villa and how hard
it comes, and Forest standing firm again, and the header from Watkins is comfortably saved. Took a whack in the process, actually, Ollie Watkins there. A clash of heads inside the penalty area. Villa are going to need all of his experience as the match wears on. Decent ball in, and Buendia, of all people, heads it away. And Dominguez got right underneath that. Towards Rodgers, and Tielemans finds Watkins, and it's Buendia, and Villa are lively and buzzing and piling on the pressure. And it's Buendia who looks for an opening, and it's the equalising goal in the tie. The first of the night for Ollie Watkins. Game on now. Villa 1, Forest 0, 1-1 an aggregate. The roof comes off the Holt end.
just listen to that noise.
Just to settle down again and build a platform to try and strike. I'm trying to get Rodgers away there. Free kick for the challenge on Elliot Anderson. From that far side, McAtee trying to go back, and again hustling, bustling, and the referee's going to bring the game back. Not sure, rather than almost losing possession, I think. Will be a free kick for the challenge by Jay Cunha on Emiliano Buendia. And a yellow card, second one for a Nottingham for you know it. Here come Villa with John McGinn, and they're looking to take advantage of this little passage of the game. Good save by Ortega. Back out to Rodgers, who rather miscues that. I'm not quite sure what he had. Anderson nutmegged Rodgers, didn't he, in the first leg? And Cash has got McGinn available, Watkins in the middle, Rodgers heading into the far post area as well. And it just gets away from Morgan Rodgers as he ventured up to the edge of the 6-yard box. Finally balanced this tie. Free kick for the foul by Ryan Yates, and Pau Torres taking exception to it.
But you have to judge every game on its merits, and first half they got overrun in the middle of the pitch.
Well, they've just been outstanding, haven't they, recently? I mean, they're unbeaten in the last 10 matches. They've won the last 5 in all competitions. There's going to be a card here on the Ponsa in there ahead of Chris Wood. Villa free kick.
A little bit fortunate there, Ponsa.
Tielemans in towards Buendia, nicely done. Torres, was he pulled back there inside the 6-yard box by Morato? Well, of course it will be looked at as McGinn fires a shot in, and the block is made, and Villa really pressing and pushing for a second goal. It's a penalty. Here against Ortega. Villa Park holds its breath. 2-1. Aston Villa ahead in the semi-final for the first time overall. And the little Argentinian who created the first goal tonight scores the second. Now they start to drive. Into Buendia. Here's Rodgers now with the flick, looking for Ollie Watkins. And Watkins makes it 3. Flag goes up. Sharp shooting there from Villa's striker.
Good finish. He didn't get himself.
Forrest to break here with Igor Jesus. The pass is a good one. Hutchinson, Chris Wood waits in the middle. Jesus is there as well, and the header just harmlessly bounces behind.
Chris Wood's furious. He wanted that ball sooner.
Dia, who's been outstanding, and now Morgan Rodgers, and Rodgers has got a little sighting of the goal here, and the deflection, it carries it into the gloves of Ortega.
Best we've seen from Morgan Rodgers. Unai Emery.
That fell kindly for Buendia. Free kick. Ryan Yates again.
Yeah, I mean, he could easily have gone with Bogard or
Doug. Pass from Anderson is a bit loose. It's fallen favourably, and a chance now. And Chris Wood is clean through on goal. Wood denied by Emi Martinez. Villa's players all look across, and finally the flag goes up, but the referee tries to play advantage. As Villa press forward again, and Watkins felt he was fouled, and here comes Buendia, and still Buendia. Good ball, and Rodgers has done brilliantly. And here's McGinn. It's number 3. The captain scores, and Villa can dream of Istanbul. What a night it's turning into in Birmingham. What a comeback in this semi-final. And in the Europa League, the most...
have exploited them.
Bogart's done well. Here comes Rodgers. Is this his moment? It's McGinn again. It's number 4. It's turning into a rout. Captain McGinn at the double. Villa are going to the final. A European final for only the second time in the